Good evening. My name is Natalie Leiva, and the topic that I have for today is the Community Language Learning CLL. You may be wondering what community language learning is. So, it is a language teaching approach in which the students work together to develop what aspects of the language they would like to learn. It is based on the counseling approach in which the teacher acts as the counselor and as a paraphraser, while the learner is seen as a client and collaborator. The CLL emphasizes a sense of community in the learning group, encourages interaction as a vehicle for learning, and considers as a priority of the students' feelings and the recognition of struggles in language acquisition. There is no syllabus in this language technique, and there is no textbooks to follow as well. And these are the students who determine the content of the lesson by means of meaningful conversations, which they discuss real messages. They incorporate translation, transcription, and recording techniques. So this is a very open and very like conversational, I would say, language learning, because it doesn't have any textbook and no syllabus. So it's more about like in the interaction and about like the conversation between the student and the teacher. History. Okay, so the CLL approach was developed in 1976 by Charles Arthur Curran, a Jesuit priest. This method refers to roles: that of the knower, which is the teacher, and the student, which is the learner. Inspired by the humanistic psychologist Carl Rogers, it has several psychological theories, such as Rogers' person-centered therapy. Methods. We have the natural approach. The foreign language learner tasks, according to CLL, are to apprehend the sound system of the language, assign fundamental meaning to individual lexical units, and construct a basic grammar. The CLL resembles the natural approach to language teaching, in which a learner is not expected to speak until he has achieved some basic level of comprehension. There are 5 stages of development in this method. The birth stage, feeling of security and belonging are established. As learners' ability to improve, they achieve a measure of independence from the parent. Number 3, the learners can speak independently. Number 4, the learners are secure enough to take criticism and being corrected. And number 5, the child becomes an adult and becomes the knower. Okay, so this particular method, as I said before, is more like about the interaction and communication and conversation. It's not basically about like putting a syllabus and you have to learn this and that and this is the grammar. It's more like about opening. So it has some pros and cons that I would like to share. First, the pros encourages the student to bring their own knowledge outside of the classroom, because it's more like about the interaction. It creates a safe space for the students. The students feel more open to talk, more like confident about not to have like this type of like a structure language learning. Then the teacher supports the group to become as fluent as possible. It has a lot of conversation in it. And it guided by an unconventional and non-judgmental teacher, because it's not like a regular teacher which is just in front giving grammar. However, as an English teacher, we're going to have different classes and we're going to have MEP, for example. We need a syllabus and we need a textbook, and we may have large groups, so the teacher cannot handle a class with a lot of students in this particular method. Then this approach should be just for adults learners, because of the weight of the approach, the learning skills is going to be difficult if we have children. And then the student have to go through an independent journey to obtain their autonomy. So I will personally do not use this, I couldn't like use this one in particular, because we have to follow certain things in our process as becoming teachers. However, this can be very good for like conversational groups or conversational courses other places, or also as a warm up, or also to know like more about the student and have this like a conversational activities and that we can use in our syllabus using the this method in particular. So these are some of the references that I found, and thank you very much.